Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kadash, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's the brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kadash. Lord willing, this is edifying. All right. And I wanted to go into this lesson real quick. There's at least two things I want to touch on that I just got wind of today. All right. One of those things was a brother had went live and he mentioned in his title some few things, and I want to pull that article up going into it, which there's a video, but I'll probably just read the article. And then some brothers in the both posted in the chat of how they got this thing where people are stealing gas now because people have been panic buying, okay, and gas is on a shortage. All right, and so I'm gonna let this first clip play.
Hello guys. Yeah, if you live in the UK and you drive, this message is for you. Today is Sunday, the 26th of September 2021. And you know, currently we are battling with this issue of fuel scarcity in the UK. So,
Okay, so
what is
he
that?
said we're battling with the issue of fuel scarcity in the UK. I didn't understand him the first time I watched it. They're battling the issue of fuel scarcity in the UK. Let's continue.
Guys did was they came and they drained out all my fuel in my tank. Can you see? My car uses diesel. So what they did is, you know, normally I lock my car. Look at, I don't joke with it. It's always locked. So they forced this tank open from here, and then so that will be easier for them to drain it out from underneath. So what they did is they went underneath, and then they made a hole in my tank. Can you see? They made a hole and drained out all the diesel, a full tank diesel that I just topped up yesterday. They drained everything out and then they left. I'll show you, they did the same thing to my neighbor. That's the car pushed to the other side there. Look at the spillage. They drained everything out and they left. So you guys, you need to be careful.
So yeah, I just want to kind of show that you know, they're out there stealing gas out of people's tanks in the UK. All right, now the video I was watching, I forget, I don't know who the guy was who basically the video was by, but he was talking about how this is a problem for newer vehicles because newer vehicles have plastic gas tanks. So kind of cold. Okay. Salakia. You know, because it's this times that are coming, man. 2 Ezra 15, all right, and 19 says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, which really, that does make me want to pull up that video, all right, because the guy was saying some stuff in there, all right, that really was very interesting. Let's see, what channel is this? Pull it up on my phone. Guys, channel.
It's an opportunity when you can.
All right, skip that.
I just got done talking with a local deputy at the sheriff's
Full
department.
spectrum survival. Let me get that real quick. All right, because there's some stuff going into 2 Ezra that he just mentioned. Yeah, this one
I
right
just
here.
got done talking with a local deputy at the sheriff's department, and they said that crime in our area here in a very rural part of the southern end of the Appalachian Trail is skyrocketing, and they are hearing it from their colleagues around the country. In fact, we're seeing people in Britain right now where there is a gas crisis run up to other people's cars and steal their gasoline. They're punching holes in their gas tanks, they're drilling them, they're siphoning them out. You need to lock your goods down. Every day, it seems like now, I'm seeing posts on social media from local and regional individuals who have had their goods stolen. They've had their wife's jewelry stolen. They've had their wallets stolen, their purses, things taken right out of their cars, and thieves coming into their house to take their goods. The time right now is to lock things down. I talked with my wife recently, and we talked with a couple of friends and family members about other countries and how they deal with skyrocketing crime.
Right. So, this is a long video. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but this reminds me of a dream that I had. I actually had a dream. Some of the dream, it wasn't nonsensical, but it didn't really have very much meaning. But I had a vehicle that I had walked away from, and when I came back, I couldn't find it, or something of that nature. And there was these Moabites. These Moabites had two vehicles, and there was like glass broken, and it was like they were stealing cars. They were in my dream. They were stealing cars, and I had like caught the one of them, and the other one drove off, and then I had caught the one, and he couldn't drive away for some reason. It's kind of foggy, but nevertheless, I was like, I didn't understand what that dream meant. I'm like, why is Moabite stealing vehicles and shit, But it will make sense because we're coming into those times of scarcity of things of this nature. And one thing about Moab and these Chinese folks or whatever, they gonna get theirs. All right, if they gotta go out and strip a cat and sell it to your ass, they gonna get theirs. Second Ezra 15, and also reminds me, I just seen this movie. It's called the Hamburg Syndrome. Okay, if brothers watch this movie, the Hamburg Syndrome, you can find it on YouTube. You just type in Hamburg Syndrome. All right, and this is it right here. And it basically depicts, okay, which these were all reposted 5 and 7 months ago. Okay. It all depicts, and the wave. I don't know about the wave one. I'm about to check that up. Check that out. Anyway, it depicts basically the times that we're in now. Okay, it's going into a lot of the things that are happening here in America, Babylon the Great, concerning this whole situation, this thing, you know what I'm saying, Vicky's venom or whatever, whatever you want to call it, man. The situation. All right. A lot of that can be depicted here, which a lot of that is going into second measures, okay? Because there were certain, checkpoints where they couldn't get through and stuff. We're entering into these times. As a matter of fact, let's get this. Jeremiah 30. And 7 says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. We're entering into Jacob's trouble. All right, that was a Jake, I perceive, what I'm saying, that had his gas taken, so if you got some shit, older cars with metal tanks is gonna be, better, what I'm saying, if it can, if you got it running, and newer, nevertheless, the Lord's gonna have to protect, or whatever we got, whatever it is. All right. So anyway, 2 Ezra 15, and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, lawlessness, going against the government, and invading one another. See? They shall not regard their kings nor princes. They ain't gonna care about what the government's saying. They ain't gonna care about none of that. And the course of their action shall stand in their power. If they want to take your gas, they're gonna take your gas. If they want to take your, whatever they want to take, they're gonna take it. If the Lord ain't with you, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, and you saw that in that video or in that movie, Hamburg Syndrome, because they were trying to go, leave, and do these different things, and they had checkpoints. All right, they had checkpoints, and it was hard to slip through. Okay, and that was back then in in the setting of that movie. How much more now with the technology and things like that? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. And the dude actually was going to go on to mention, which I turned off from it now, but he
I
basically
just got
said,
done talking time right
Salaki. Let's
now.
see if
If
I
you
can find
can't,
it.
I suggest a force multiplier, a
Yeah.
variable leave one adult at home at all times. And I suggest that you take this sort of consideration into mind for the near future.
So as he just said, he suggests that you leave one adult home at all times. All right. And as you read here, the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Now we know this, some of this is going to come into play when the different troops come in onto the American soils. Okay. Because eventually things are going to get so crazy that a lot of Americans are not going to want to do the American people the way that the government is going to require them to do them. All right. And they're going to have to bring in foreign troops, UN troops who won't have a stake in the American way of life, who don't have any emotional ties to the people here, who actually, now that America's done what it's done, have a hatred for this place and will have no mercy. Okay. No mercy upon these people. Okay. I don't know if it's in the same chapter. Let's see. I think it is. No, it's in 16. All right. Second Ezra 16. Okay, in 71. Oof. It shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come back to that too. I'm gonna close this. All right. Let's continue. Okay, a man shall have no pity. Second Ezra 15 and 18. 19. A man shall have no pity. Did I read that? Yeah. Upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, And so there's a gas shortage. You already see what's happening with the gas shortage. You see what I'm saying? So how much more when the food is lacking? Right now you got a lacking in fuel, all right? And you got niggas, because fuel is expensive, man. Even if you don't use diesel, let's say you use unleaded and you got a sizable tank, man, you can run up to $50 easy. Don't let you have a big tank. I think my tank carry about 15 gallons, somewhere around that, and my stuff can easily go up to $50. So how much more bigger vehicles that and then you paying diesel, and I don't know, about all the prices and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't cheap, man. You know. And so they stealing gas. So how much more when they niggas' bellies is rumbling? All right, it's gonna be through. Now, I want to get into Second Ezra 16, but I want to, before we do that, get into this, right? So there's this article out right here. It says, "Be my apostles." New York governor says the Most High wants you to get Viccy Vanessa. All right. The concept of separation of church and state reinforces the legal right of people to freely live their faith, even in public, without the fear of government coercion. Okay. New York Governor Kathy Hochul, speaking at the Christian Cultural Center in Brooklyn on Sunday, told worshipers that the Most High wants them to get Vickied. Okay. You're Vickied. You're the smart ones, but there are people out there who aren't listening to God and what God wants. You know this. You know who they are. Hochul said, "I need you to be my apostles. I need you to go out and talk about it and say, we owe this to each other. We love each other." The governor continued and says, "Caesar, okay, taught us to love one another. And how do you show that you love, but to care about each other enough to say, please get Vicky because I love you and I want you to live." All right. And so this is the narrative that's being pushed, and they're trying all angles. They're trying all angles, man. You know, get this. Revelation 12 and 12. And we haven't really seen the horns fully emerge yet, but you know, they've been bearing their fangs, they've been showing their teeth. Okay, Revelation 12 and 12 says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, so this devil knows his time is running out. He's trying anything he can, including starting a religion of the Viccy Vanessa. All right, okay, and I might call it the Viccy Nation. Okay, we'll see how I word it. All right, but you know, this devil is coming down. You know, with this, you know, and this is tacky. It's really tacky. It's really cheap. You know, if you fall for this shit, you just through. You just so through that it's not even work. It's not even real. It's not even real how through you are. All right, but you know, you'll have a lot of people. You'll have a lot of zealots or whatever. I don't even know what to call these people at this point. Man, shit. I don't even. I've been trying to think of this word, you know, because I tried to do this lesson earlier and it didn't work, or I ain't having no storage on my phone, so I was like, I gotta move to the computer. What do you call this, man? Fanatics. That's the only word I can come up with is fanatic. You're gonna have these fanatics. You're gonna have these dumb people, all right, that are going to fall so hard for this that they're going to be. It's like how you got E. E will do his neighborhood watch. He'll get on his neighborhood watch and he'll watch everybody that come in the neighborhood. It's like in your neighborhood, you got that lady, that one lady that's peeking out the blinds, or she's sitting on the porch, 359, black vehicle, license plate KTD 2939. Oh yeah, I know, he's right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw him. He stayed for approximately 30 minutes and then he left. You're gonna have people that are gonna be so much of a social justice warrior. Let's see if I'm using that right. All right, that they're going to be on it. A person who promotes socially progressive, who expresses or promotes socially progressive views, and that is kind of like socially progressive and to these people. Okay, see, look, feminism, civil rights, you know, rights, identity politics, multiculturalism. Okay, any deep-seated conviction, blah blah, whatever. The point is, these people are going to be pushing this. It's going to be their whole life. Their whole life is going to be doing my part to stem the tide. I'm doing my part to get rid of this situation. We need things to go back to normalcy. All right. And what's that's going to create is this. John 16:12 says, they shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth the most high service. All right, and you're gonna have people like that, especially with this type of stuff going on. You know, where they're telling you that, you know, because we see how E reacts to rejection. All right, and as a matter of fact, on the news article, which I think it was on Fox News, the guy was being facetious, and he was saying, you know, we got to push this, even if we have to do it by the force of the sword. But this is what they did during the time of you know, like I said, he was obviously being funny. It was a big ass joke. All right, this is funny. This is hilarious. Okay, for the simple fact of it makes you say you can't be serious when you see this. Like, these niggas can't be serious, but we know that they are. We know these niggas is doing whatever they can, man. You know, it's funny, man. Anyway, it was like, yeah, even if we have to do it by the force of the sword. Well, what did they do? They did that during the Crusades, all right? If you didn't bow down to their form of Christianity, all right, then you were killed, okay? So, you know, there's gonna be a time, like I said, that, you know, whosoever killeth you will think that he do the most high service. And let's just go into this. 2 Ezra 16 and 68 says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. Right. Consent to it, and you're going to be destroyed. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. These people, they don't, no matter what we do, they just won't take it. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Right. You know, they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Okay. Hear, O my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. All right. So these are the times that we're coming into. All right. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. You know, these are the times that we're coming into. All right, times where we have to, just be as right as we can with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right. So we just got to stay focused. All right, stay in these scriptures, stay in these breakdowns, stay linked in as much as we can to this truth. All right, and just prepare ourselves mentally and spiritually for the times that are coming. All right. Because I mean, I find it's hard to take this seriously, but you'll have people who really get down with this, man. I wish there was comments. You'll have people who really get in with that, man. Be my apostles. That's crazy, man. Crazy, but you'll have Edomites and even some lost Jakes who no, man. It's hard to find anybody taking this seriously, man. If you take this seriously, man, you a goofy motherfucker, man. Anyway. Hey, Lord willing, this is edifying. You see what this devil's doing, man, and there's much more, to come and in the news. And I'm trying to be selective of certain things I report on, man, because of the super crackdown they have against all this. But and the stuff that they just come with is so outlandish, man. Spirit just be like, you be like, oh, nigga, I got to say something about this. This is some stupid shit. Oh boy, stupid as hell. Anyway, man. Lord willing, that was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bahashem Raha Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. With that, I want to say Shalom, Shalom.